King County residents have long known that a vibrant local food system can support sustainably run farms, improve the health of our communities, advance our environmental priorities, and stimulate our local economy. In late 2014, King County Executive Dow Constantine launched the Local Food Initiative to serve as a roadmap for growing our local food economy and increasing access to healthy, affordable foods in underserved areas. The initiative challenged King County government and our partner organizations, farmers, businesses, and individuals to work collaboratively and creatively to implement more than 140 actions and strategies over the next 10 years. Together, we have risen to the challenge, making tremendous strides toward creating a stronger, sustainable food system that benefits everyone in King County. This annual report provides a snapshot of those achievements in implementing the initiative to date. You can learn more about progress in achieving the top 20 priority actions for 2015 to 2017 in the report card. You can also track the advances we've made in strategic focus areas and learn about the challenges that we still face and the work yet to be done. For those new to the Local Food Initiative, we invite you to peruse the annual report and learn about the great work that is taking place to grow our local farm and food system. To the Kitchen Cabinet and the farmers and food organizations that are responsible for the progress we have made to date, thank you. Working together, individuals and organizations across the county are making significant progress toward building a more accessible and resilient local food system that the people of our region want. The snapshot page of the annual report uses existing data sources at our disposal to tell the story of our progress across strategic focus areas. From tracking acreage that has been put back into agricultural production to quantifying the dollars and participants involved in nutrition incentive programs, we are beginning to improve the tools for tracking our efforts under the initiative.
With the Local Food Initiative, the Kitchen Cabinet was really aware early on that we didn't have much of the, especially production and demand data, that we really needed to track progress. And so one of the first things that we focused on as a cross-agency team was getting better performance indicators.
Thanks to the support of the King Conservation District, a project is underway that will continue to improve local food system data collection and the identification of additional performance indicators. While the initiative contains more than 140 action items spread across multiple areas, the Kitchen Cabinet and the Executive recognized that certain actions were more pressing and deserved priority attention in the first years of the initiative. The report card on 20 priority actions tracks our progress in these priority areas. As you can see, in some areas we are doing well, and we are progressing towards our goals. The Chomp Festival is now in its third year of celebrating local food. More farmers markets have nutrition incentive programs, and Northwest Ag Business Center services have been extended to King County and are providing support to farmers, to name just a few. Many of these actions require addressing systemic challenges that will take time to address: land access, changes to local jurisdiction policies, and changes to institutional procurement practices. Finally, there are still a few areas where we need to roll up our sleeves and get to work, as our progress has been insufficient. Now that we have seen the report card, let's dig a little deeper and explore what's been happening in 2016. In order to grow our local farm economy, we need to ensure that farmers have access to affordable land, water to irrigate their crops, and the right kind of technical assistance and training. While we still have a long way to go, 2016 saw progress in each of these areas.
So we're becoming aware that there's significant demand on the part of new farmers or farmers looking to expand their agricultural businesses. We also believe that there's a reasonable supply of farmable land out there to meet that demand. Unfortunately, most of that land, as far as we can tell, is not accessible, either because it's not affordable, it has issues with flooding, it doesn't have access to reasonable irrigation water supplies, or it doesn't have the needed infrastructure such as farm worker housing.
In 2016, 267 acres of previously unfarmed land was restored to production through private party transactions, public acquisition and sale, and improved drainage of agricultural lands. Going forward, if we are going to reach our goal of restoring 400 acres annually, partnerships will be necessary among government, nonprofit organizations, and private landowners to more effectively match owners of farmable but unfarmed land with farmers looking for land to launch or expand their farming business.
Well, irrigation is a challenge for Snoqualmie Valley farmers because there haven't been any new water rights available in the Snoqualmie Valley for a very long time. And so very few farmers actually have access to water. And that's constrained the types of crops, it's constrained the number of months they can grow, and like in 2015, even which years they can grow in when we have a particularly dry year. So water availability in the valley lets us grow different types of crops, grow longer, and serve more of the needs of King County in a much broader way.
In 2015, a watershed improvement district was launched in the Snoqualmie Valley to help facilitate improved access to irrigation water for valley farmers. In 2016, the WID held a first-of-its-kind water auction in the Snoqualmie Valley. The auction creates a marketplace to facilitate the transfer of water rights between landowners with unused capacity and downstream farmers needing water. The auction process will help establish a defensible value for water and will ensure that existing water is not lost due to lack of use. Technical assistance and training is important for helping farmers navigate complex regulatory issues, to learn about new production techniques, and assist in business planning and development. Farm King County was launched in 2016 as collaboration between several public and NGO stakeholders to provide information and resources on how to start, operate, and grow a successful farm operation in the region. Together, the website and technical assistance aim to streamline and improve the technical assistance and support available to local farms and farmers. Increasing access to land and water alone won't ensure the viability and success of our farm economy. We also need to develop the infrastructure and systems that will enable our small and medium-sized farms to thrive by accessing new markets.
The Snoqualmie Valley Farmers Cooperative was formed by small farms across the Snoqualmie Valley. They wanted to work together to aggregate their vegetables and to reach new markets. So in 2016 we had 18 farm members, and in 2017 we've grown to 21. The focus of our work is largely around marketing, and then we pull produce together from all of our different farms. We aggregate it in a central location and we help distribute it. We run the logistics that actually gets that food out to customers of all different kinds, not just individuals, but also restaurants and institutional customers as well.
So nearly half of King County's 1,800 farms are livestock producing farms. So of these 800 livestock producing farms in King County, there's no means for USDA slaughter. That means folks are either selling custom directly to consumers, but it means they can't sell at farmers markets, to grocery stores, or to restaurants. We all know there's a huge demand for local meat in King County, and so a group of producers came to King County and asked us to participate and partner with them to bring mobile meat processing to King County. And so bringing a mobile meat processing unit that's USDA inspected to King County, it enables livestock producers a very short distance to get their meat to the slaughter facility. It's less stress, it's more feasible, folks aren't stuck in traffic with live animals. So it's really just a humane thing to do. And we're super excited, we're getting great feedback, and producers are really excited about this opportunity instead of having to haul their animals 2 counties away or all the way to Oregon.
Formed with the support of the King Conservation District in 2016, the Local Institutional Food Team, or LIFT, is a collaboration between multiple agencies and nonprofits that help institutional purchasers such as hospitals, schools, and corporate cafeterias access local farm products. We believe there are significant opportunities for farmers to sell into the institutional market. And the task of the LIFT team is really to work with interested producers and institutions to help them participate in this market opportunity.
Perhaps no challenge is greater for securing our farming future than finding and nurturing the next generation of King County farmers. Fortunately, strong organizations like Snow Valley Tilth are exploring innovative ways helping aspiring farmers get their start.
Snow Valley Tilth is an organization focused on promoting and supporting the farming community in the Snoqualmie and Snohomish valleys. One of our programs is the Experience Farming Project, and the Experience Farming Project is a participant-driven, self-directed opportunity for aspiring farmers to get valuable hands-on experience. We provide access to land, shared infrastructure and equipment, and then a network of farmers and mentors as individuals get their farm businesses started. In 2016, we expanded to a second site, which more than doubled the amount of acreage we had available to farmers. And it also allowed us to add pasture-raised poultry to our programming. We were also able to facilitate lease agreements between 2 private landowners and 2 of our program graduates, which is really helping them move on to their next step.
Food affordability and food access are a challenge for many communities. How they impact each community may be different and requires diverse and local perspectives. Community organizations have been voicing local concerns and strategies to improve food access.
So FEAST stands for Food Empowerment, Education, and Sustainability Team. We are a youth-led, people of color-led organization based in White Center and Delridge that works on food justice. FEAST was the beneficiary at last year's Chomp Dinner, and we were just really excited to be in front of new people, folks that had heard about us but didn't know what we were doing, or people who were new to us and could not wait to support us.
Community members in Kent have also been working to build awareness on food access issues.
Accessibility of healthy foods is not equitable to all community because of lack of income, lack of transportation, lack of even knowing where things are. If you are immigrant that new to this country, it's just getting around and knowing where resources are is also a challenge, and that is one of the equitable work that we would like to do in the community, is to make sure that everyone, regardless of language barrier or accessibility to transportation or income, that we all get to have healthy food available to our community.
You know, cost is a pretty significant barrier for low-income communities to be able to afford to eat healthy. So the Fresh Box program really came out of a community need that was voiced to the city to help people be able to afford healthy food.
2016 saw the continued expansion of the Fresh Bucks program. 8 farmers markets began accepting Fresh Bucks in 2016, bringing to 28 the total number of markets that participate in the program. And more than $130,000 in Fresh Bucks were used at farmers markets in 2016, up 7% from 2015. The types of foods King County residents consume depend upon where they live and the choices available to them where they shop for food. The availability of healthful foods in retail stores affects consumers' ability to make healthful dietary choices.
Our SNAP-Ed project with Public Health, and that's the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, really were concerned when we saw the data that showed that just about only 80% of the WIC fruit and vegetable vouchers were redeemed, and so we wanted to figure out how to increase that. So then we started to reaching out to all the grocery stores that were in the neighborhood, and we found 2 stores that were interested in working with us. They were Safeway stores, one in Auburn and one in Kent. And so we purchased digital scales so that it would make it a lot easier for clients to come in and purchase fruits and vegetables and use the scales so that they could have more accurate information. The second thing we did is we put signs that said WIC approved all over the produce section, so as a prompt. So when you walk into the produce section and you see the grapes, you see the apples, you see the oranges, there are signs that say WIC accepted. And with the hope that when a WIC client comes in, they go, oh, I have that check, I can use it. And the third thing we did is we bought a setup so that we can actually put fruits and vegetables right in the aisle. We believe the project is working because we have seen an increase in redemption rates in Auburn and Kent.
Not all communities have access to fresh fruits and vegetables at an affordable cost. The Good Food Bag program, operated by Washington Community Action Network in partnership with the Tilt Alliance, provides half-price local produce to low-income community members.
Good Food Bag has a similar structure to a CSA. It's a $10 bag of Auburn-grown organic produce that we offer to Auburn residents at $5. And each week the bag contains 4 different types of produce, depending on what's in season and what farmers are able to source that week. And based off of our feedback from the Good Food Bag recipients, we found that they wanted it to be more customizable. So if there was some sort of produce that they didn't like, we now give the option for folks to switch that out. So for example, if they don't like kale, then they can grab an extra bunch of carrots.
King County is a great place for local food. From our farms to our restaurants and businesses, to the innovative people and organizations working hard to ensure that all of our citizens have access to and can benefit from healthy food. Together, we have made tremendous strides in the first 2 years of the Local Food Initiative to better connect local farms to consumers, grow our farm-to-plate pipeline, and increase access to healthy, affordable foods in underserved areas. While the challenges ahead are substantial, working together, we can achieve our vision of creating a more accessible and resilient local food system that the people of our region want.